what are those biases that you have, and what are those unconscious? I've done unconscious bias training, which is very eye-opening and things. So I think all of that is, especially as you get older and especially as an entrepreneur, you need to really be aware of those components.
Well, and I think some of it is natural. Like,
Yeah.
I believe bias does exist and everything. Like, I have preferences to who I'm attracted to. That could be considered a bias. What if I'm only attracted to a certain race?
Mm-hmm.
That bias doesn't exist by my choice, but like if my attraction is to someone or, for any certain thing, certain biases are just part of the world, right? But then we have to figure out what biases are not healthy or can be damaging to other people. Like
Exactly.
if this person is underlined, that means these things. Like the more we get into that type of ideology, it's a very slippery slope. Like that is stereotyping at its finest. But yet, like not to again bounce off topic too much because I want to get into the education part of your story. I witnessed like messaging going out to the culture like all cops are bastards. You remember that? That is like the prime example of if you say all anything are anything, you're really going to lead yourself off course. But a lot of the times through anger and emotion and stuff and searching for bias, like let's say you see someone treated unfairly by police, now all of a sudden you want to cast a light on police that like I witnessed police brutality, so that means all cops are evil. That's just as damaging. So we have to come back to these ideas that like there are good and bad people, there are biases that exist in the world. Can we do things to make it a better, more, conducive, healthy society without going off the, because you can easily go off the rails in search of empathy, in search of virtue, in search of doing the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
and go down incredibly bad paths. So you probably witness this in under a lens in so many of the campaigns you're doing. And in education, this is a huge struggle because you have the next generation of children that their thoughts and ideas are going to be shaped by their parents, but really by the education system and culture on how they view the world. So what an important job.